birthing and rearing her all these years, she now disavows her father's existence because she's living the high life? Then I'll make a spectacle at her workplace, tarnishing her reputation, Billy vowed. Yes, let's proceed. She won't easily shake us off now that she's grown, Lee chimed in. Minnie's family remained silent, silently hoping for Sam to secure Kendall's assistance, crucial to their daughter's future. En route to the Crystal Heights Hotel, where Kendall was employed, she reached out inviting them for dinner. Dad, it seems Kendall has relented. We're on the cusp of acquiring the house and car, Sam exclaimed joyously. Minnie shared his elation, anticipating the perks of Sam's wealth. Billy grinned, adding, "Look at you. Your brother-in-law is a tycoon, residing in a mansion worth hundreds of millions. Unable to manage such a grand hotel single-handedly, he employs Kendall as his general manager. Ask her to confer upon you a managerial position. Yes, she's second only to Ethan in authority. I'll beseech him to assign a role to Minnie and myself," Sam concurred. "Enlist your sister's aid in securing a managerial position for you, and entrust Minnie with financial oversight. This way, we can prevent your brother-in-law from squandering his fortune, and you two can assist your sister," Lee proposed. With spirits lifted, they arrived at the Crystal Heights Hotel. Led to private room number 1, they found Ethan and Kendall seated with a lavish spread awaiting them. Gazing at the array of delicacies, they salivated. Such opulent feasts were once exclusive to the royal family on TV. They never imagined partaking in such extravagance themselves. "Uncle, Aunt, you've journeyed far. Allow me to host you today. Enjoy the meal. We'll order more if needed," Ethan offered. "Thank you, Ethan." Seating themselves, Sam dove into the fare with others following suit. "This lobster is exquisite." "Minnie, taste it," Sam urged. "Mom, Dad, savor this lobster too. Why, this crab is massive." "Mom, it's a king crab. Exorbitantly priced. They fetch thousands of dollars each. And this? It's dark and melts in your mouth divine. That's caviar, even pricier. And this is an abalone. I'm unfamiliar with this one. This one's superior." "Whoa." Amid their culinary delight, Ethan excused himself. "Uncle, Aunt, relish the meal at your leisure. I must depart. If you desire more, inform Kendall to request additional servings." "Ethan, feel free to leave," Sam responded between bites. Ethan departed, sensing Kendall had matters to address with her family. He opted not to intrude, pledging support for her decisions. Moments after his exit, Kendall spoke up. "Finish your meal, pack your belongings, and return home. I'll transfer funds monthly," she instructed. "Kendall, I have no desire to leave." "Could you arrange employment for me here?" Sam asked. Considering the request, Kendall proposed, "Provide your university diploma, I'll ascertain a suitable role." Sam abruptly fell silent, engulfing the room in stillness. Kendall's unwavering gaze fixated on Sam. Unease gripped him. He had feared Kendall before, but never as he did today. Kendall's stare sent shivers down university. "Oh, no university? What became of the funds I scrimped on and saved to finance your education?" Kendall inquired, her breath steadying. I squandered some gambling and concocted a lie about university to deceive you," Sam admitted, trembling. "So, the family conspired to deceive me? I sacrificed, enduring, even fainting at work, scrimping and saving, and you utilized my hard-earned money to settle gambling debts?" Kendall's voice quivered with restrained fury. "Sis, we had no alternative. Debt collectors threatened violence unless I repaid them. Mom and Dad had no recourse but to deceive you. I erred. But I've amended my ways and refrained from gambling since," Sam pleaded. "I can vouch for him. Sammy's changed," Lee interjected. Kendall drew deep breaths, striving to quell her rage. "Very well, you may start at the bottom as a waiter." "Kendall, I refuse to be a waiter. Assign me to a supervisory role and put Minnie in charge of finances. This way, we can oversee Ethan's actions. When he's flush with cash, I vow to report everything to you. Mom urged us to assist you," Sam asserted boldly. Kendall chuckled, a mixture of frustration and rage bubbling within her. A supervisory role, entrust her with finances. Assist me? They're attempting to fleece Ethan. Do they truly believe this hotel will eventually belong to the Warner family? How dare they entertain such notions? You wish to oversee finances? Are you aware of our monthly earnings? Do you understand the cost of this meal? Let me enlighten you. This meal amounts to $1 million, while our monthly revenue nearly touches $1 billion. Do you truly believe you can handle that? Kendall retorted. Her words hung heavy in the air, halting everyone's dining. Wide-eyed, they gazed at her in disbelief. $1 million for a single meal. It bordered on insanity. Kendall, how much did you say this meal cost? Sam inquired, swallowing hard. A grand total of $1 million. A heavy silence enveloped the room. Once the shock subsided, Lee ventured cautiously. Is our monthly income that substantial? It appears you have refined tastes. In that case, we're not returning. We've toiled our entire lives. It's time to relish life. Since you're so affluent, let's procure Sammy a house and car for his nuptials, Billy chimed in. Kendall regarded her family with a mixture of sadness and incredulity. They remained unchanged. Once determined to aid them to the best of her ability, she now yearned to sever ties. She no longer wished to encounter these individuals. Help yourselves to the meal. I need some fresh air, Kendall declared before exiting. Her heart weighed heavy with disappointment. Her family had conspired against her. They squandered the funds she diligently saved to settle Sam's gambling debts. Granting their wishes today would only lead to further demands tomorrow. They would never be content nor grateful. All they did was take. She had no desire to associate with them any longer. As the family continued their feast, unwilling to waste a meal worth $1 million, Kendall ascended to the chairman's office. Ethan idled with his laptop, unaware of Kendall's swift return. Hey there, Miss Kendall. Back so soon? Mr. Drake, I wish to depart and never lay eyes on them again, Kendall declared. Leaving already? What about them? Should I offer them some financial aid? Ethan inquired, sensing Kendall's distress stemmed from an unpleasant encounter with her family. Ready to support her decision, he awaited her response. Please don't. It'll never end if you do. They'll remain perpetually dissatisfied. Then should I ignore them? Yes, ignore them. If they cause any disruptions at the hotel, simply alert the authorities and have them detained for a couple of days. Very well. Where do you intend to go first, Miss Kendall? I'm bound for Springfield. It's a bustling metropolis teeming with talent, and I have a university acquaintance there who might assist. Understood. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Kendall. Upon your return, I'll host a celebratory dinner in your honor. Thank you, Mr. Drake. Unaware of Kendall's abrupt departure for Springfield, Billy and the others indulge in the luxurious meal, reluctant to partake of the delicacies worth $1 million. Hours passed as they savored each morsel. Upon concluding their meal, the group exited the private room and were escorted to the chairman's office by the waiter. Hey, brother-in-law, where's my sister? Sam inquired. Stop. Don't address me as your brother-in-law. As I've stated before, Miss Kendall and I are merely colleagues. We've never crossed any boundaries, and I'm still a university student. How could I be your brother-in-law? Ethan retorted. A puzzled expression spread across the group's faces. While it wasn't an issue earlier, now they hesitate to use the term. Well, Mr. Drake, where's my sister? Sam pressed. Your sister has departed. Once you finish your meal, you should return. Ethan responded. She's left? We'll go find her. When I mentioned she left, I didn't mean she left the hotel, but River City. Here's Miss Kendall's resignation letter. See for yourself, Ethan explained, handing the document to Sam. Was she resigning? The group was taken aback. Something seemed amiss. Sam examined the letter and confirmed it was indeed Kendall's resignation. Mr. Drake, why did my sister resign? How can I phrase this? Miss Kendall believes you'll continue to trouble her if she remains here. Unable to meet your expectations, she felt compelled to depart. Ethan explained. Where has my sister gone? I'm uncertain. She mentioned seeking out her university roommate. In a panic, Lee dialed Kendall's number. Sorry, the number you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. Sorry. No. Oh no. Lee collapsed to the floor. Did you conspire with that fool to deceive us? Let me tell you, we won't leave until she emerges. Billy fumed at Ethan. Sir, please refrain from losing your temper here. I did not coerce your daughter to leave. That decision was yours. It's not my responsibility. If you cause a scene here, it's on you. Ethan warned sternly. I don't care. I'm staying until she returns. The food and drinks here are excellent anyway. Billy remained resolute. Sir, while Miss Kendall was here, I treated you to the finest fare in the hotel on her behalf. This meal cost millions. However, now that she's gone, I see no need to be courteous. If you cause a disturbance, I'll notify the authorities. Don't blame me if your actions tarnish your reputation and land you in trouble, Ethan countered calmly. The threat struck a chord and the group grew apprehensive. After all, Ethan was a formidable figure in their eyes. Don't try to intimidate me. I've lived long enough. Nothing frightens me, Billy declared defiantly, though his trembling voice betrayed his unease. Sir, I have no intention of intimidating you. I understand a bit about Miss Kendall's situation. Despite being your child, why do you treat her differently? Had you paid her any heed, she wouldn't have departed today. Miss Kendall wept profusely upon leaving. She believes she has repaid her debt to you for raising her. She wishes to sever ties with you. You'll likely never locate her again, Ethan divulged, prompting Billy to nearly collapse from the shock. Lee rushed forward to support him. Sam felt a dizzying sensation in his head. The promising future he envisioned had vanished. Minnie's parents forcibly dragged Minnie away. They couldn't afford to get caught up in Billy's recklessness. What if they ended up getting arrested? Minnie, Sam called out desperately. Minnie turned to look at Sam with a sorrowful expression. Why are you even bothering with this loser? They had a golden opportunity, but they just had to drive Kendall away. Look at the mess we're in now. We've got nothing out of it. With his skills, when will he ever be able to afford a house and a car? Come on, let's go home. Cut ties with him. I'll find someone better for you, Mrs. Fuller said fiercely as she pulled Minnie along. Sam felt like he was plummeting from heaven to hell. Billy and Lee were seething with rage. If Kendall changed her contact information, how would they ever find her? For years, Kendall had been sending them money every day. It had become a routine. They hadn't worked in a long time. They were the envy of the entire village, raising a good daughter and living off money without working. But if they were suddenly cut off financially, would they have to go back to the old days of working hard every day, morning to evening? What would the villagers think of them then? The elderly couple felt regret welling up within them at the thought. They had grown accustomed to simply staying at home, spending the days playing poker and going for walks. It was all that rascal Sam's fault. If it weren't for him, they would still be enjoying their lives